All right, so we are going to work on some stretching that you can do from your desk or your chair. Let's say you've been sitting for a while, doing some tasks around the house, whatever it is, but you need to stretch out and you want to feel good. We are going to take a few minutes to use the back of your chair or your desk or maybe even the kitchen counter to stretch. First, we're going to hold onto it, maybe standing away from it to the side so you can kind of move your leg in your range of motion, just kind of kicking it out to the side, stretching through the hip. If your range of motion is shorter, don't worry about it. If yours is a little bit bigger, that's okay. Just be careful not to overextend. And we'll do one more here. And then we're just going to kick that leg forward and bend through the knee. So just extending, moving through the knee, just kind of flexing a bit there. And you don't have to lock that knee. Keep it nice and soft. One more time. And then we're going to take a moment and open up a little bit through that hip by placing the sole of your foot next to it and open and close here. Nice. Again, your range of motion might be a little bit shorter, and that's okay. I'm going to place that foot down and we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to move my chair, but maybe you just need to walk around yours or change direction. Again, just nice, easy movements. Just kind of loosen up, let the stress go. And then we're going to kick that leg forward, bending and extending through the knee. It's a good idea to be moving for 3 minutes for every 30 minutes that you're sitting, or at Two Unstoppable, we love our twos. So that 20 minutes of sitting, 2 minutes of movement. We'll bring that foot down and place the sole of that foot up against the calf and open and close through that hip. And this is just some easy movement. Sometimes we get very tight in the hips. We're feeling a little tight in the low back. Some of these things will help make you feel better. All right, now we're going to take that back of the chair or against the desk or kitchen counter, whatever feels good to you, placing your hands there, walking back slowly, pressing that bottom out, slowly lowering your head between your arms. Can be soft elbows here, or you can stretch through. Depends on your range of motion, your shoulders, your arms. Breathing, stretching, pushing back. And let the head drop. And we're going to slowly come on out of that and take a big step in towards your chair, pushing through that back heel, extending that knee out a little bit if you can, pushing through that. If you can, this can be loose with that back leg, stretching up that calf, moving up into that hamstring. And we're going to bring those legs back together and step out on the other side, pushing that heel down into the ground if you can. If you feel like it and want to, you can push forward in this front knee, extending that back leg out a little bit more, pushing through, breathing, stepping it all back together, rolling through those shoulders, kicking a heel forward, leaning a little bit into that chair. Coming on back up, other side. Coming on back up, we're just going to march it out a little bit. Wiggle through the ankles, rolling through those ankles. If you have the ability to rotate here, we're just going to do a nice, easy rotation. Just stretch through a little bit. You can also try just opening it up through the arms and taking the gaze with you without that rotation in the spine. Nice big stretches. And we'll bring those hands down in front, lacing your fingers together and pressing them out and forward. Then taking your hand, one hand, palm up, taking the other hand and gently pressing down on the fingers, stretch through the wrists, particularly good if you do a lot of computer work. And now we'll do the other side. And then we're gonna work on the neck and head a little bit, stretching through the neck. So some easy ways to do that could just be the chin down towards the chest, and then a slight look up at the ceiling. If you have full rotation in your cervical spine and no issues going on, you can drop the chin and roll an ear towards one shoulder, back through center and over to the other side. To add a little bit of stretch to this, again, feeling good and gentle right here. And same thing on the other side. A really good practice before you return to whatever you were doing that was having you sit is to take in some deep breaths. Try placing your hands on your stomach and feel that air coming in. So take that breath in and out. In and out. Roll through those shoulders, wiggle it out, have a little dance party, do what works for you. But those are great ways to stretch after you've been sitting for a while.